Crush them. Make them suffer.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video and another kill streak breakdown. This one's going to be a 73 that I got with General Grievous on Yavin 4. Start with Grievous's star cards. So the first card is Beating Heart, which gives you 100 extra health regeneration. As I've said countless times, any way to increase your survivability is always a bonus. Second card is Sith Trained, which gives him 30 additional damage with his lightsaber attacks, giving him a total of 160, which can one-shot infantry, at the cost of 25% stamina drain. In that case, with that card, the stamina drain is not a big deal for me, because I sort of treat Grievous as a character that doesn't have a block. So if you treat him like that, like Maul back in the day when he didn't have a block, and you're counting your swings, you're only swinging once at each infantry, then the stamina drain that you get from the card doesn't make a difference to me. And the third card I use is Line Up Weaklings, which 50 extra damage with his Claw Rush, which again can one-shot infantry, which is perfectly displayed right there. So in this first phase, we've armed the objective. We're just trying to keep all enemies at bay until we can complete it. We've got plenty of teammates around the area to be able to make sure that objective is secured, and we can move on to the next phase. Again, I didn't want to push that up there. There's way too many people there. Don't know what that guy was doing. I'll push by everyone, but we're okay. Can regenerate my health while we're waiting for the next phase to start. I think after this streak and the Dooku one, if you guys remember from that breakdown, I think Yavin's become my favourite map in the game. It's an exceptionally diverse map. It's a beautiful map. The objectives are really cool. And yeah, obviously I've been getting some pretty big streaks on this map lately, so definitely my favourite. And luckily I had a good teammate here in Darth Maul 516 playing Dooku as well. He actually got a decent streak on this match as well. I think he ended up with 56 or something like that. Now we're starting to secure this, so I can move on and start pushing the second one. Got a bit lucky that Thrust Surge hit that Wookiee, to be honest. But the best part about Grievous is his abilities in combination. So like I just did with that Wookiee there, I hit him with a Thrust Surge, immediately followed by a Claw Rush, and that can deal an absolute ton of damage in a very short time. And reinforcements and most heroes even have no chance of stopping that. Just clearing everyone out of the objective. I can see we're starting to cap it, so I can start to move towards the other objective. Just as I'm going, I'm looking around to try and find enemies that I can kill along the way. A good spot to sit on this map is in between the two objectives like I've got here. I'm just spamming that Thrust Surge button until I can lock on. Doesn't always work, but it's a lot more efficient than it used to be. Now the one advantage that Grievous has actually with his jump is because it's actually very awkward looking, it can be really hard for enemies to actually shoot at you while you're jumping. So I like to use lots of little jumps with Grievous, as you just saw then, because he is very hard to hit when he's jumping actually. I see there was enemies here, get a nice flank on them, take out the one that sees me first. It's all about prioritising your targets. If you've got one enemy shooting at you and two that can't see you, it's better to take out the one that's shooting at you first, because they can melt your health while you're trying to take out the others. Again, I'm being a bit cheeky here, I'm spawn camping them a little bit, but I had gotten off to a good start and we were capping the objective pretty well. We had a good team, so I thought I might as well take advantage of this opportunity to Try and go for a few kills. It's good to go back and forth between the two sides. Got a nice kill with the thrust surge there. And I think I see a hero at the back here, so I thought what I can do is deal a bit of damage to him while he's still running back. And then the only way that can describe this is Kobe. That thrust surge can lock on from a mile away, which may be a little bit broken, but I think in that case DICE have tampered with Grievous so much that trying to change his thrust surge again will just bug him out. I'd be worried about that, so kind of want them to leave him alone. I've got a really pesky officer here. I used pretty much every ability at my disposal to try and kill him. Eventually got him with a swing in the back. Now we're just clearing out the objective so that the team can push up. Not really advised to go full on head on like that straight at a target that's shooting at you, but luckily the guy's aim wasn't the greatest. I'm doing that same trick again where I tap the objective, letting my teammates know that it's being armed. Then I can start searching for people to kill. Can't explain that. I don't know how that happened. I should have been able to go through the room, but it doesn't matter. We're just scanning around between the two spots, making sure we're capping these objectives, which we're doing pretty nicely. Thrust surge is really good for those enemies, heavies, aerials, reinforcements that take more than one hit, because that knocks them to the ground and they can't do anything. All it takes is one swing and they're dead. Nice kills with the claw rush there. And I can see a couple over here. We were kind of rushing each other to try and get the kill here. Luckily I just got there first. Sorry about that, mate. Again with this one, luckily I got there first. So that tunnel that was up the top there is usually a good place to go to start with when you want to push these objectives. And I didn't actually ever do it, but going up to the roofs is a good place to sit, because those enemies can sit up the top there and they can take you out with rocket launchers, and you can have a Lando up there that stuns you when you're not looking, or a Han with a detonite. That's why you got to be real careful of the enemies that like to sit above. Again, I'm just going between the two objectives, clearing out all the enemies I can see so that my team can push up. And this guy was being particularly pesky. I don't know, I spammed the swing button there. That was a bit stupid. But it didn't cost me, luckily. He decided to suicide with a rocket launcher. Again, that's a really good tip with Grievous when you're going up against those higher health enemies, to come out of the thrust surge, out of the claw rush I should say, so you can get that second hit, because that's a one hit kill on even Wookiees that aren't buffed by the health card. Again, I should not have been able to hit Obi-Wan with that, but I'll take it. So we've cleared this objective, so I guess after I realised that, I decided best to go for the other one. So going for the flank here, because they haven't seen me yet. So claw rush is really good for those higher health enemies like the Wookiees there. They've got absolutely no way of defending themselves from that. Just clearing the way. Now our teammates can hopefully push up. And then a lot of enemies filter through this gap here. So this is another good place to sit. This guy's been particularly pesky, but thrust surge got him. I can see on the minimap here there's a couple out here. It's going to make it easier for your teammates to push up. I wanted to get this Yoda because I know he can buff the team. That's going to make it really hard for you to push. But luckily he backed off. Bit of a lucky kill there and there. I was at this point where I should have probably backed off a little bit. But there was a Chewie there, I couldn't resist. Now I've got to be careful of Anakin. The other thing you'll notice actually is I haven't used the Unrelenting Advance ability once in this whole gameplay. It's a very buggy ability at times, and it can be an absolute death sentence in this mode. And I got mind tricked by Rey here, so I'm in a bit of trouble actually. I've got to run away. I got hit by a bit of a stinger. So this is where I made a mistake actually. I should have waited for my health to come back, because this is what gets me killed. So if you watch that back, what I should have done in that instance was sat down the bottom, waited for my health to regenerate a little bit, and then gone up there. And the other thing I could have done is dodged up to the right to the staircase, which would have meant I would have been able to get away before that heavy sentry lit me up, and at least then I would have survived. But the game ended literally 10 seconds after I died, so I don't think it would have made a huge difference anyways. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully this improves your gameplay with General Grievous in the future. Let me know if there's any particular heroes you want to see. I know I got a request for Obi-Wan, so I'm working hard to bring one of those to you guys. And with that, I'm going to get out of here, so I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.